Do you reckon a lot of it's down to him improving players? Because I know they've spent a lot of money on Alisson, I know they've spent a lot of money on Van Dijk, but everyone else, some were already there, like Firmino, for example. Yeah. Some he bought for very cheap, and by today's standards, very, very cheap.
I think that the club as a whole, when Klopp came in and the way they've gone through their transfer policy, their recruitment policy, has been absolutely excellent. And I don't think that's just down to Jurgen Klopp. I think that's the club as a whole. You know, the Fenway Group especially. You know, they were patient. They clearly had a long-term vision for the club and thought, right, OK, Klopp is available. We'll get him in now and we'll be patient. 'Cause the first couple of seasons weren't great, but they've been building something all the way through. You know, with the academy, with the training ground, the whole Liverpool team and what they're trying to achieve, they knew that this was there or thereabouts. This was their end goal. And they've just been very, very patient and they've done it in the right way. They haven't blown money,
But when they spent big. And there was questions asked, wasn't there? Yeah. With Alisson and Van Dijk, wow, have they really spent that amount of money? Mm. But you've got to say they were spot on. They identified the people that they want, that they felt could take them on the next level, and they did that.
Well, they went Karius, mistake, right, OK, need a goalkeeper, right, we need the best. Got an Alisson and went, no. Yes, he might cost a fortune, but there you go. And look how good he is.
I think it's just been a steady build, hasn't it? You go back 4 seasons ago, they finished 8th. Then they finished 4th. Then they finished 4th. Then 2nd. And they're going to win it this year. And I think it's just a gradual climb.
Since the Fenway Group have come in, they've had a long-term vision for the football club. They haven't wanted instant success, which has been very, very good from their part.
Yeah, so that gradual climb... but I still think your question was, has Klopp improved players? Yes, in my opinion. But the biggest thing he's improved is the team ethic and that togetherness and the belief. And
how they play as well.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, the way they play, the way he conducts himself. He's someone you'll want to play for. You see that relationship he has with the supporters, with his interviews, always smiling, always wants to do it. It's just in such a good place. You look at the stadium now; it looks incredible. Walking around it, the improvements they've had there. I think they're going to go again. They're going to try and build up one of the other stands even more now. So everything about the club is positive at the moment, and you can see that it's on the pitch. Everyone's confident. You can't get a ticket. You can't get near Anfield. Everybody wants to go. And rightly so. They're finally back where the club belong, towards the top end. It's a brilliant club, and they've had to wait a long while.
It begs the question, doesn't it? So we've all agreed Liverpool are going to win the Elite League this year, the Premier League. Last time they did that was 30 years ago. If you flip that into the Manchester United scenario, you know, are we likely to see a situation where maybe it's 30 years until United win the league again?
Well, I was criticised heavily after Sir Alex Ferguson and David Moyes came in and had that sort of difficult first season. I said it might be 10 years at least until Man United challenge for the title properly again. People went, don't be ridiculous. And that's the way it is. Liverpool now look like they're going to be dominant. Yeah. I can't, you know... Not just because... And I don't think it's not purely down to Klopp, because Klopp may go at some point. He might want another challenge. It might be the Germany job, or it might be something else that he fancies, international level, whatever it may be. But there is clearly a long-term plan in place for the club. There is succession planning there, you know, all the way through recruitment, bringing coaches through. Steven Gerrard is waiting in the wings, you know, going through what he's going through at the moment. You know, will he be the next person, or will he be the one after the next? You know, they're clearly thinking about all these different things. And I think Liverpool now have got the potential to go on a run for several years and be really dominant.
Because in 1990, when Liverpool last won, which was then called League One, wasn't it, today's Premier League, nobody said, oh, they're not going to win another title for 30 years. It was unthinkable. They've been dominant throughout the 70s and the 80s, and they won it in 1990. 30 years.
Well, let's not forget at that stage, Sir Alex was getting signs held up asking him to quit.
Yeah.
So you probably wouldn't have predicted the dominance he would have as manager of Manchester United for the next 25-odd years.
Sure.
And then look at what United did in terms of recruitment, getting in the right players, just adding 2 or 3 every season, bringing through young players as well. the Liverpool model looks like it's emulating that. Whether they have as much success as Manchester United do is going to be difficult, because City will go again, and other teams, you know, will try and match that. But at the moment, the way that the whole club, the way that Liverpool is going, you know, they are going to be there or thereabouts for some time.
Well, you know, like the Manchester United team, they were good out of possession. They seemed to have a little bit of a streak. They were hungry. They worked for each other. It wasn't a selfish type of team. They seem to have that. You're watching as out of possession, someone else goes and closes down. They get the ball back. They all know their roles, and they all want to, you know, to play in that team shape. I just think they've sort of evolved now into a really confident side. Everybody, you know, if you're a top player now, you'd be thinking, I want to go and play for Liverpool. And I think it's just opened more doors now. They've become very, very attractive, and they'll also have the money to try and even strengthen it even further.